What's up, everybody, and welcome to Week 10's live fantasy injury report, start-sit questions, and anything else we can squeeze into this time slot. Right now, Colts and Falcons are playing. Falcons have a 1-point lead. Pretty awesome game for Jonathan Taylor so far. Drake London's balling out. Bijan Robinson, though, I mean, I don't know. It's just frustrating watching these Falcons and the way they utilize him. Tyler Algier already had a touchdown. He had a nice run earlier to the 1-yard line. They rewarded him with that touchdown. So Bijan Robinson right now with 6.9 PPR points off of 12 carries, 1 reception. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating if you drafted Bijan Robinson up near the top of your draft. A lot of people took him number 1 overall. He's had a good season so far, but just you wish they used him differently. Drake London having an awesome game. Alec Pierce, 4 receptions for 84 and a touchdown. So that's what's going on in the fantasy world for the not London, where are they? Berlin. The Berlin game this morning. So that's Falcons and Colts. Let's jump right into it, though. We've got a full or a nice slate of games here today. A couple teams on a bye, but let's jump right into it. So Saints at Panthers. There was some question on Alvin Kamara, whether or not he would be available. He was limited in practice this week. Alvin Kamara will be available. Not really a great fantasy asset so far this year. He's in his 30s now, in the twilight of his career. So if you are forced to start Alvin Kamara, though, he will be available today. And then on the Panthers side, there was a little bit of question about Rico Dowdle at one point this week. He was a full participant in practice. He will go. And Rico Dowdle, I think especially against the Saints, he's turned into a must-start this season. He's turned into a set-it-and-forget-it running back 2, maybe a running back 1. But yeah, Rico Dowdle, just one of those names that we didn't realize at this point in the season would be this big of a fantasy asset. So that is Saints-Panthers. Listen, I don't know who's going to be watching that game. Saints fans and Panther fans, they might not even be watching that game. But nevertheless, enjoy it while we have it. Week 10, we are more than halfway through the regular season, so enjoy it while we have it. Bills at Dolphins. Josh Palmer was just ruled out of this one. Not like there were a ton of Josh Palmer truthers out there looking to start him. That's it for the Buffalo side. And then on the Miami side, Ollie Gordon was a limited participant. Ollie Gordon will play. And if you're somebody like me, you're kind of hoping to see maybe Devon Achane get traded. Maybe you had a little bit of stock in Ollie Gordon. Looks like that's not the case. I do still think at some point this season that this will turn into more of a split backfield. I'm holding on to Ollie Gordon in a couple leagues. Kind of thinking as we get towards the end of the season, as we get towards these colder months, that he might get more and more work, and they might split that a little more evenly between Devon Achane and Ollie Gordon. But if you needed to start him, he is available today. All right, Jags at Texans. Again, Travis Hunter out indefinitely, I think, for the season. Here's another one, though. Brian Thomas Jr. is ruled out of this one with an ankle injury. So fresh off the Jacoby Myers trade, Jacoby Myers is the lone wide receiver 1 in this Jaguars offense. Probably not the best matchup, though, against the Texans today. But he's going to be the guy getting the bulk of the targets. There is no Travis Hunter. There is no Brian Thomas Jr. It is Jacoby Myers and Jacoby Myers alone for this Jags pass-catching room. That's it for the Jags. And then on the Texans side, CJ Stroud ruled out. So it's just been a roller coaster, a little bit of a tornado for any Houston Texans drafters. As somebody who had Nico Collins in a dynasty league, I traded him because I'm in a pretty serious win now situation. And just Nico Collins is just, as I've gone through the season, I just figured he's not going to be much of a factor for me this year. Still a great receiver. I think one of the top 10 easily receiving talents in the league. But we just can't get any consistency from this Houston offense. So no CJ Stroud today. They will be rolling Davis Mills out there to throw passes to Nico Collins. Do with that what you will. Nick Chubb also a full participant, so Nick Chubb will be available. You'll have that Nick Chubb, Woody Marks, whatever that's been, duo. All right, Browns at Jets. We have Saints and Panthers and Browns at Jets this week. Yikes. Aaron Glenn was keeping a big secret this week that Justin Fields was going to be their starting quarterback. That got revealed today. So I know we were all on our heels waiting for that one, but Justin Fields will be the starting quarterback for the Jets. So Aaron Glenn, great strategy. Gosh, freaking idiot. I'm so he's been one of the worst hires. I know this isn't that type of show. We're talking fantasy, but he just doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue. Anyways, Justin Fields will be the starting quarterback for the Jets. Garrett Wilson is back after that knee injury that he suffered in the London game, I believe it was, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They went through their bye. He's coming out of the bye ready to go. So Garrett Wilson will be available to play. And then Breece Hall is still a Jet, as much as he hates it. I saw a video of him like go-kart racing this week. He's just done. He's so done. So if Isaiah Davis is out there, go grab him. Breece Hall, it just seems like a guy that they might just mutually shut it down at some point this season. So Isaiah Davis, go grab him if he's out there. And then on the Browns side, Cedric Tillman is back after the hamstring. Full participant in practice. Cedric Tillman will be available. And then Harold Fannin was questionable with a hamstring. Just came out a few minutes ago. He is good to go. So Harold Fannin Jr. will play. Cedric Tillman will play. And this Browns pass catching room is pretty good. They just don't have a quarterback. I'd love to see the Browns draft a good QB or a good vet go there. It seems like a prime location for something we've seen in the last few years in the NFL is these highly touted draft picks at quarterback that their career does not pan out with their original team. They make a move somewhere else and revitalize their career. We're seeing Daniel Jones this year, Sam Darnold last year, Baker Mayfield the year before that. I feel like the Browns is a perfect fit for whoever that next guy is. And I don't know who. I think we're past the Carson Wentz train. I don't know who that next guy is going to be. None of us really saw it being Daniel Jones this year, so who knows who it could be. But I really feel like the Browns is a good scenario for somebody to step in. You got a good head coach. You got a great defense. You've got pass catchers. Njoku, Harold Fannin, Tillman, Judy. Now you've got a good running back, Quinshon Judkins. I don't know. That'd be cool. I'd like to see a good quarterback play for the Browns. I just want to see the Browns good. I like when the Browns are good, as rare as that is. All right, Patriots at Bucks, game of the week. Cannot wait for this one. Kayshon Boutte was questionable. Let's see if that is updated. He's been a pretty good, if not too consistent, but a good weapon for the Patriots, and he is ruled out of this one. So no Kayshon Boutte this one for the Patriots. And then Ramondre Stevenson also was questionable. Let's see if we can get a concrete answer on that. Still listed as questionable. Ramondre Stevenson is ruled out. So no Kayshon Boutte and no Ramondre Stevenson. Let me double check that that's true. Yep, that is true. So it's going to be Travion Henderson again. Another Travion Henderson week. And you know what, though? We thought it was a Travion Henderson week last week. And it was not. And I, like most of us, have to go back and look up this guy's name, the running back who was taking a lot of work from Travion Henderson. Who was that running back? Forgive me, because I guarantee a lot of people on here could not name Terrell Jennings. Terrell Jennings. So we thought it was going to be a Travion Henderson week last week with Ramondre Stevenson ruled out. And Terrell Jennings, let me get these numbers here. Last week, 11 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Wouldn't you have loved for that to be added to Travion Henderson's line that he had last week? Travion Henderson had 14 carries for 55 yards. But then you just got this random Terrell Jennings coming in and taking the work. I don't know. The Patriots hate Travion Henderson. They hate him. They hate him, as Jonathan Taylor just scored an 83-yard touchdown. Wow. Jonathan Taylor has 40 fantasy points. Wow. Wow. 26 carries, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches for 42 yards. Jonathan Taylor is the fantasy MVP this year. Wow. Incredible. And I have him on my team. This is great. What a morning. All right. Back to this. Ramondre Stevenson out, Travion Henderson in. Maybe Terrell Jennings is the thing again. So that's pretty frustrating for people who drafted Travion Henderson in the 4th round. Guy in my dynasty league traded a pretty good amount of items for Travion Henderson and a few other rookies that haven't quite panned out yet. But is what it is. He seemed like one of those sure things in this offseason. He was climbing the board as we got closer to draft time, but that's enough on that. On the Bucs side, Bucky Irving ruled out again. They should have just put him on IR. He's missed, 5 games? I think this is his 5th game he's going to miss. So no Bucky Irving. Obviously, no Mike Evans. So Emeka Egbuka will go. He should be nice and healthy. No Chris Godwin. No Mike Evans. No Bucky Irving. So this is the Emeka Egbuka and why am I blanking out on the backup running back's name for the Bucs? He was their number 1 guy. Rachaad White. This is the Emeka Egbuka and Rachaad White show today for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, Ravens at Vikings. This is a must-win for both teams. Ravens at 3-5, still in play for them to win their division, and then the Vikings at 4-4, just trying to get in the wild card spot for a tough NFC this year. On the Ravens side, this is great to see. We have seen these monster injury reports for the Ravens. I'm looking at 2 names right here, and none of them are on the offensive side. Marlon Humphrey was a full participant. Ronnie Stanley obviously did not participate in practice. But I mean, these Ravens injury reports were looking bleak there for a little bit. So again, not fantasy relevant, but I got the Ravens winning their division. I have them going like surging for the rest of the year. So it looks like going to be a good matchup for them today. And then on the Vikings side, Aaron Jones was limited. He will play. So Aaron Jones, though, also, as I mentioned with Alvin Kamara a little bit earlier, I think they're both kind of the same. They have the same fantasy impact, just not a ton there from these guys who were once just the best of the best as far as fantasy running backs. So that'll do it for that matchup. Giants at Bears, and the Giants are just done. Scadaboo's done. Obviously, Malik Neighbors is done. Maybe you want to start Wan'Dale Robinson if you have to. Jackson Dart, though, throughout this, since he's been the starter, is the QB3. Not on the season, but since that week that he started, I believe that was week 4, he is the QB3. I don't know how he can hold that up with Tyrone Tracy and Wan'Dale Robinson, but the dude's awesome. The dude's great. If you drafted Jackson Dart, like somebody I know believed in him since the NFL draft, took him higher than most would in our dynasty draft, and look what he's become. It's awesome to see. And then on the Bears side, DeAndre Swift still questionable. Let's see if that has been updated though. Looks like we don't have the DeAndre Swift will play. So DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai will split. And I'd love to see that. I'm not a big DeAndre Swift guy, but I think he can be utilized better in a situation where it's a split backfield, especially with a guy like Ben Johnson. So I don't think the emergence of Kyle Monangai really drops DeAndre Swift in my mind from where I already had him. I didn't have him too high, but I think there's room for both of them in this offense. So that'll do it for that. Cardinals at Seahawks, another great game. The Seahawks have been awesome. They make that trade for Rashid Shaheed, which adds an element to their offense that they did not have, kind of the one element that they needed, and they just make, I think, the best and most perfect trade of this trade season. So Seahawks are healthy across the board as far as their offensive side. Cooper Kupp was questionable. He will play. I don't think that changes anything for JSN or now Rashid Shaheed. And then on the Cardinal side, Kyler Murray's on IR. And if you have Trey McBride like I do, you rejoiced to the heavens when this tweet came out, because Trey McBride has been fantastic with Jacoby Brissett. Just gonna take a look at these numbers here. So Trey McBride with Kyler Murray, this is PPR points. 12.1, 13.8, 15.3, 12.2, and 9.10. Okay, not for a tight end. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can hope for. Without Kyler Murray, with Jacoby Brissett, 21.2, 29.4, and 16.5. Literally all three. Those are his top three scores of the season. That's with Jacoby Brissett, not with Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett has looked like a good NFL quarterback in the games that he's played for the Cardinals. He's made Marvin Harrison Jr. a thing. And just when you watch Kyler Murray, it's just like the dude just can't see. He's too small. He's too small. He's never comfortable in the pocket. He's trying to make these broken plays into these awesome, he gets pushed back 15 yards and tries to juke everybody out and hustle around. Just get somebody to stand in the pocket and deliver the football. So I'm psyched as a Trey McBride owner in multiple leagues that Jacoby Brissett will be the guy for the foreseeable future. I think this is a soft benching for Kyler Murray. I think he is hurt, but there was the whole weird thing where Jacoby Brissett got the start last week, but they were going to have Kyler Murray available for packages. They're done. They're done with Kyler Murray. So Lions at Commanders. And we just got some interesting news about the Commanders Stadium. It's just weird. It's just weird. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Look it up about the Commanders Stadium. On the Lions side, no injuries, though. They are good to go. You are starting whoever you can against this Commanders defense especially because the Commanders are out Jaden Daniels. They're out Terry McLaurin. I think the Lions are just going to rout them. And the Lions like to put up as much points as they possibly can. That's their MO. They'll try to put up 50 today against this Commanders team. So again, no Jaden Daniels, no Terry McLaurin. Bill Krosky-Merritt is available. I don't think you're starting him though against the Lions if you can help it. But I think this is gonna be a rout from the Lions. I can't wait to see this one because I hate the Commanders. I hate the Commanders as an Eagle fan, as an NFL fan, as somebody who wanted to see them improve the roster in the right way after Jaden Daniels' awesome rookie season. I hate the Commanders. All right, Rams at Niners. Rams, good to go. Puka Nakua's back. Obviously, he was back last week. Puka Nakua is available. And it's those three. It's Puka, it's Kyron, it's Devontae Adams. That's where the offense is going. Obviously, you're starting Matt Stafford. He's so far the MVP. So that you are going with all of them. And then on the Niners side, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Brock Purdy, let's see. He's listed as questionable. Let's see if that has been updated. I believe he was ruled out. I did get a tweet on that, but wasn't sure if that was legit. Let's take a look. Brock Purdy's status. So it looks like we've got a report he will definitely play week 11. Still questionable for today here in week 10, but Brock Purdy will be back next week. We got another week of Mac Jones, another week with Ricky Pearsall out again with the knee injury, and just a nightmare season for Niners as far as injuries go. But they're still winning games. They're 6-3. So just a weird one. They're just still winning games. They've been so hurt. But hey, Mac Jones is getting the job done. I don't think you continue to start him the rest of the season. I think you go back to Brock Purdy and build up some chemistry as we head toward the playoff push. But Niners 6-3. Again, no Brock Purdy and no Ricky Pearsall today. Steelers at Chargers. This is the Sunday night game. On the Steelers side, pretty clean injury report here. So we're good to go for DK Metcalf. Do what you want with that running back room. Kenny Gainwell, Jalen Warren, and the ghost of Caleb Johnson. RIP to Caleb Johnson, because another one who was drafted as one of these clear-cut, like, oh, he's going to be the guy who's going to step in and do exactly what Najee Harris was able to do in his prime years with the Steelers, and Arthur Smith just hates him. But we should have seen that. We know what Arthur Smith does with rookies. We know what Arthur Smith does with rookies, and we should have seen that one coming. And then on the Chargers side, Keenan Allen was a full participant in practice, so he will be available. And obviously still no Omarion Hampton, no Najee Harris. Najee Harris is out for the season. So Kimani Vidal is still the guy there for the Chargers. And I think you're starting every Charger you can. The Steelers defense, It's fool's gold, man. Let's not forget they gave up 30 points to the Jets in week 1. I think it was a gigantic fluke what they did to the Colts last week. As the Colts are, let's get a quick update on the Colts and Falcons game. As the Colts are still down 22-25. Falcons have the lead, and the Falcons are in the Tyler Algier. Oh, great. Tyler Algier, another touchdown. Tyler Algier with 2 touchdowns. Oh, man. I hate that because I've got Bijan Rob. Tyler Algier with 17.9 fantasy points. What do you do? Like, I'm not going to start Algier. Whatever. But Falcons are up 25-22 on the Colts. Colts will get to go on the 2-minute drive here, so that will be a fun one. I can't wait to see how this game finishes. Let's get you out of here so you can see that. Monday night, Eagles at Packers. A.J. Brown is back after the injury. Saquon Barkley is back after he had that groin tweak. So Eagles offense at full strength. And then on the Packers side, unfortunately, Tucker Kraft, in my opinion, their wide receiver 1, out for the year with the ACL. That just sucks. He was killing it. This common thing with the Packers. Remember Robert Tonyan? Robert Tonyan was having a great year. And then on prime time, I think it was on a Thursday night game, he tore his ACL, or if it wasn't ACL, it was a non-contact knee injury. It's just weird. I remember that as I'm talking about it now. So, but yeah, no Tucker Kraft. He was becoming that set it and forget it. I'm not even becoming. He had turned into that set it and forget it tight end 1 for your team. So unfortunate that he's going to be out in this one, but great game. Christian Watson is back in full strength for the Packers. So I think he's a sneaky start in this one. Can't wait for this one. Cannot wait for this one. We've got some great games this week, and it's just going to be capped off by this Monday night Eagles-Packers matchup. So that'll do it for week 10. I cannot wait to see how this Germany game ends. Can't wait to get into these games. Join us again next week as we'll be back here live discussing injuries, start-sit questions, and just some light opinions on players this week. And join us also for our regular benched show every Monday as we recap Week 10. And then we'll get you ready all throughout the week with studs and duds and waiver wire pickups. So that'll do it for us today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Peace.